Master Your Emotions by Thibeaut Meurisse. That's the book we read in the month of July. Hey teenagers, welcome to our book review of the month. Alright, I did the book review with some set of teenagers, and you know what? I forgot to record it, and so I told myself I'm going to do it again for the benefit of those who couldn't access it. Honestly, I can't imagine the full package of wisdom you are getting from every motivational, self-inspiring book you pour into yourself. No one can take that wisdom away from you. No one. And do you know why I give you books to read? They are to build you. Those books are to train you, to raise you above the normal, and to stand you out, among many, and to take you to places where your empty mind can't take you. My name is Omotola Ogundiran, and I'm a teens coach. Taylor Swift wrote a quote, and it says, "Books train your mind to imagination, to think big." Jim Rohn says, "Reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary." So you want to be extraordinary, you want to stand out, read books. So let's dive into today's book review. So I want you to take a seat. Teenagers, get a chair, a seat for yourself, and have a cup of juice by your side so that you can sip it in. And as we dive into the books together. So this is not just a regular training. It's your personal toolbox for life. So we are diving into two powerful books that can help you to understand your emotions and to build to build great habits within you, to create your best self, to create the best version of yourself. So you will learn how to master your moods, deal with stress, set goals, and live purposefully while being you, while being the amazing teenager you have. Auntie Tola, but you didn't give us two books to read. You only gave us one. Yes, I know. As I was reading, Master Your Emotions by Thibeaut Meurisse, I discovered it has to be, applied in real scenarios. And that is why I'm reviewing it, alongside with one powerful book. And that is 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. Okay. Don't stress yourself if you don't have, if you haven't read 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. So don't bother, don't worry. I'm going to review the book with you. So why these two powerful books? Master Your Emotions by Thibeaut Meurisse and 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. So one thing I discovered is that both books equip teenagers like you with tools to navigate emotional challenges. They help you to build confidence. They help you to develop self-discipline. They help you to develop skills needed to thrive in today's fast, challenging, and changing world. So they focus on understanding yourself and making better choices. But although they approach it in different angles, I'm going to dissect that in a few seconds. So Meurisse focused, on mastering your emotions and your inner thoughts. You have inner thoughts, you have emotions. While Covey focused on building positive habits and personal responsibility as a teenager. So both goes hand in hand. You can't be in a state of emotional mess while you are building a positive habit. They can't. So Master Your Emotions is a practical self-help guide that teaches us how to understand, manage, and take control of our emotions. Thibeaut Meurisse breaks down complex emotional struggles into easy to understand lessons that anyone like you, like teenagers, can apply in real life. And the first thing I want to tell you about that book is your emotions come from your inner thoughts, from your thinking. Thibeaut, explains that it's not events that causes how we feel, but our thoughts about those events, our reactions to those events. Those events will come naturally, but how do we react to them? Example, if a friend doesn't reply to your message and you are feeling sad or angry, not because of their silence, but because you think they are ignoring you. So changing the thoughts, probably giving them an excuse, maybe they are busy, can change how you feel. So it is your reaction to that event. And the second thing Meurisse says is, you are not your emotions. One of the most powerful lessons is learning that your emotions don't define you. They don't define you except you give them the permission. Example, you want to write an exam and you're feeling anxious about the test. It doesn't mean you are weak. It's just a temporary emotion, it's like a cloud passing through the sky. You can observe it, you can learn from it, and you can let it go. So your emotions don't have to define you. So the third one Meurisse talked about is, he says, label your emotions to have control over them. So when you can name how you are feeling, what you are thinking, for example, you say, I'm frustrated, I feel left out, you have gained power over it because you labeled it, because you said it. You didn't keep quiet about it. So instead of saying, I'm just not in the mood, you can say, I feel overwhelmed because I have too much schoolwork to do. That is clarity, and that clarity can help you respond calmly and plan your next step because you labeled it. All right? And the fourth one Meurisse talked about is, he says, change your inner language, your inner thoughts. Everyone, we have thoughts running through our mind every second. So Thibeaut encourages us to reframe negative self-talk with empowering words. This is what we call internal monologue and dialogue. And they are both different, though they happen in the same location, and that is our mind. And so, for example, if you are given a homework from school, and immediately you are given the homework, a thought came, to your mind and says, oh, this homework is too difficult, I can't do it. Your internal monologue stops at that because it's just a one-way conversation, a one-way thought. There was no response or feedback to what you are thinking. But your internal dialogue will think and will say, I can't do the assignment, it's too tough. And immediately a response from the same location says, why can't I do the assignment? Even though it's difficult, I will try my best. I will seek my friend's help for a better explanation. That is the proactive internal dialogue. There was a thought and a feedback, pathway. There was a communication. This is what you should cultivate as a teenager. So when negative thought comes, counter it with a positive affirmation immediately. Example of saying, I always mess up. Try saying to yourself, I'm still learning, and that's okay. Your words shape your emotions, and that is what Thibeaut Meurisse is just saying, that our words shape our emotions. And the sixth one he talked about is engage in physical exercise. Physical exercise boosts your mental health. It releases endorphin, the feel-good hormones, and this reduces stress. As a teenager, it reduces stress, it reduces anxiety, depression. All right, teenagers who exercise regularly, they are more likely to have higher self-esteem and a more positive self-image. And teenagers, you need to cultivate the habit of exercise. You can skip, you can run, just run around your house, for a few minutes. Make sure you engage in exercise. You can join a football club in your school, a basketball club. Just make sure that you are doing something to engage your body physically. Is that okay? All right, let's talk about 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. And the main message, Sean was describing that book. He says, you can design your life, teenager, by creating strong habits and taking full responsibilities for your choices. Make sure you take full responsibility for your choices. And he mentioned 7 key habits. And the first one he talked about is, he said, be proactive. Take responsibility. Take responsibility for your choices, for your decisions. You have the right to be responsible, and you can do it. The second one, he says, begin with a goal in mind. Set goals. Don't just live life anyhow. What do you want to achieve in a day? What do you want to achieve per time? And the third one, he talks about it, put things first. Prioritize things. What do I want to do first? What comes first? What can I do later? That is what prioritizing means. And he says, the fourth one, he says, think win-win. That is mutual respect. Ask yourself, is my decision, is it affecting this person positively? That's the think win-win, mindset. And also listen well. Listen well to other people. Don't just judge people. Don't condemn people. All right. And also the sixth one, habit, it says, he talked about is synergize, teamwork. Don't just live life alone. Ask questions from people that are responsible. Ask questions, things that you don't understand. Ask people around. Don't be proud. That is synergizing. That is teamwork. And for example, you have a test and a party on the same weekend. The third habit, which says put first things first. It teaches you to study first, then enjoy the party later. Showing maturity and time management. And when I say party, is a party that your parents approve of. It could be a birthday party, a wedding party, or whatever. It's something that your parents should be aware of. So in true life story, in true life scenarios, that means you have to decide for yourself, because the time will come that you have to take full responsibility through decisions for yourself. So it's either to allow your emotions to take over you, or you have control over your emotions. Emotions have to come to into actions, but how you manage them is very, very important. So let's talk in true life scenarios. Sometimes your parents, your guardians, your carers, they will not always be there to guide you through certain situations, and they will not always be there to make certain decisions for you. As a matter of fact, you need to prepare yourself, because there will be a time that you have to make decisions for yourself, because they won't be there physically for you at that time. So it's either to allow your emotions to take over you, or you control your emotions or your thoughts. Everyone has emotions that comes through in and out. And I'm sure I must have had tell this before in one of my podcasts. During my teenage years, at a point I wanted to fit in, be like every other girl who had a boyfriend, and I eventually had one. Don't tell my mom. And all his love letters made me feel like I was the luckiest girl on earth. And in no time, I became distracted from my studies, from my schoolwork, from my assignments. I lost focus. And you know what happened? An exam I should pass once took me 3 consecutive times to write it, because I allowed my emotions to take the lead in my life, in that season of my life. I listened to the outside voices, come and fit in. And that is how emotions can be powerful in driving you. But you have to take the driver's seat of your life. Teenagers, take the center, this driver's seat of your life. Don't let your emotions control you. Control your thoughts and your emotions. And this is just one out of many examples. The world is throwing countless false ideas, orientations, identity crisis at your face as a teenager. Talk of social acceptance issues, body image issues, struggles, gender identity, sexual orientations, social media addiction, and all manner of lies and compromises. And many teenagers are running into the pit of anxiety and depression, mental health issues, because of all these lies. Yesterday I posted about building character. The outside world shouldn't build your character. You build your character. But I can tell you, if you have learned how to master your emotions and take on the responsibility of the outcomes of your life, these 2 books I have reviewed with you today in this short while, they will always help you to ask, do I want to do this? Or am I doing it to please others? Am I doing it to get fame, to be popular? Or am I doing it to be the best version of myself? So it will help you build self-confidence, from within, so you can resist external pressure, false ideas, false pressures. They helps you become more self-aware of yourself, and they make you, help you to become emotionally independent, rather than like seeking validation, constant validation from the wrong source. So you need to get those 2 books and read them. Read and read over time. My heart desire for you, is to wade through every water without sinking. Becoming a better version of yourself in life. Be a transformational leader. Be a culture shaper. Be a paradigm shifter. Be a positive influencer in your space as a teenager. And you can produce extraordinary results in life. And so I want you to keep reading. Keep reading self-inspiring books. Keep learning. Keep the impact flowing within yourself, all right? People that have gone ahead of you that have written books, they've gone through experiences. And so it is for you to learn from their experiences, so that you can make better decisions, better choices, lovely choices. I'm not ruling out that you won't make mistake, but there are some mistakes that when you make them, they are irreversible. So why do you want to make irreversible mistakes? So even if you're going to make mistakes that you can easily retrace yourself back, your step back. You can easily correct, all right? And so that is why I am in your face every now and then, pushing things and help you to live a well-balanced life, to live, to be the best version of yourself. All right. So we have reviewed in that short time, 2 books, Master Your Emotions by Thibeaut Meurisse and 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. Go and get books for yourself. Don't just use all the money you have been given, on snacks, on clothes, on shoes. Get books, store your library, read books, and be empowered. Just like I told you, you want to be extraordinary, you need to learn, and you can learn from the pages of people, the pages of books that have been written by people that have gone ahead of us. All right. And thank you. I hope this has really blessed you in one way or the other. Teenagers, I look forward to seeing you the best version of you. I am Omotola Ogundiran. I'm the lead coach at Teens Lead Initiative. Thank you and thank you.